Australians are working too much.
Australian workers suffered the highest level of burnout at work compared to the rest of the world.
The Australian dream is a scam. It's one of the biggest lies that we have been sold.
Are you burnt out? Well, as it turns out, Australian workers are experiencing some of the worst burnout in the world.
I know you're on the verge of rage quitting your job.
Australia is dealing with the great burnout. Prime-aged workers report the greatest burnout, with 50% feeling exhausted.
I've reached a point in my life where I've realised that I cannot do this job anymore. It has been causing me too much stress and anxiety. It has ruined a few of my relationships.
People are tired of working endless hours, tired of the 9-to-5 grind that drains energy but never delivers security, tired of a system that demands everything and gives back almost nothing. The job market feels broken. Wages stagnate while costs explode. Careers that once promised stability now feel like traps. Workers are told to be grateful, yet they're exhausted, underpaid, and disposable. Every morning commute feels heavier, every office desk feels emptier, every paycheck feels smaller. It's not just fatigue, it's disillusionment. A generation is realizing that the system was never built for them, that the promise of hard work leading to success has collapsed into endless struggle. People are tired of chasing jobs that don't pay enough, tired of interviews that lead nowhere, tired of being told to hustle harder while the system keeps moving the goalposts. The exhaustion isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's the weight of knowing that no matter how hard you work, the rent still rises, the bills still pile up, and the dream of stability slips further away. The 9-to-5 has become a cycle of survival, not progress. And beneath the surface, one truth grows louder. People aren't just tired of jobs. They're tired of the system itself, a system that demands their time, their energy, their lives, and gives back nothing but exhaustion.
A recent article was published stating that Australian workers suffered the highest level of burnout at work compared to the rest of the world. The report found out that 62% of Aussies were burnt out compared to the 48% globally. The reason for this is that managers have productivity paranoia as working from home has become the norm. And because of this, managers are questioning their confidence in their workers' productivity. However, what's interesting is that 85% of the people that were surveyed said that they felt like they've never worked harder in their life. Would you agree? Workplaces are considering bringing people back into the office. However, this might backfire and cause people to actually quit. Also, with low unemployment, people actually have the choice more now than ever before to actually find workplaces that offer these working from home arrangements. I know when I used to work my 9-to-5, my managers would set in weekly check-ins, if not daily, to monitor my output and productivity during the pandemic. I think managers should trust their employees, especially if they're getting the work done, right? What do you think?
Are you burnt out? Well, as it turns out, Australian workers are experiencing some of the worst burnout in the world, and it's about to play out in a massive way, with up to 2 million Aussies expected to quit their jobs in the next 6 to 12 months. That's according to new research out from Allianz Australia, who've predicted a 6-figure salary won't be enough to entice employers to stick around, even if they don't have another job to go to. And if we look at the numbers, it's not hard to see why. More than a third of Aussies have been taking on extra work due to staff shortages, combined with cost of living pressures, rising interest rates, and a lack of work-life balance. Job satisfaction is currently at 42%. It sparked calls for a rethink, and a 4-day work week at full pay is one possible solution. Now, this new way of working, it's being trialled in a number of places. A UK pilot program that ran for 6 months involved 73 companies, and among those respondents, 88% said that a 4-day work week was working well. What's clear is our definition of work is evolving. The pandemic has changed the game for a lot of people when it comes to our values around work and the role that goals and ambition play in our careers.
The Australian dream is a scam. It's one of the biggest lies that we have been sold. Buy a home, save a deposit, work 40 hours a week, lock yourself into a debt for 30 years, and maybe retire when you're 65 and you've worked your ass off your whole life. But let's be honest, that dream, it's dead. There's mass immigration in Australia. Taxes are very high. Interest rates are up. Everything's more expensive. We're in a cost of living crisis. You're paying $60 at a cafe for a few eggs on toast. And to even lock yourself into a mortgage, you need a $200,000 a year income when the median Australian income is around $65,000, which cancels out most people. So you're not lazy. You're just stuck in a game that was never built for you to win. The system is rigged. The real dream now is you can learn a high-paying skill online. You can work from anywhere you want. You can live in digital nomad havens like Bali, Thailand, Colombia, or anywhere you want and not deal with the rigged, corrupt, bullshit game. And that's what high ticket sales did for me. It allowed me to work from anywhere I wanted, make 500 to 5,000 per sale from a 20-minute phone call, working from home, and I didn't have to show up to a boss or an office. So if you're interested in this, comment below the word kit and I'll send you over my free training on how I got started with high ticket sales.
The system keeps telling people to work harder, to climb the ladder, to chase success. But the ladder is broken, promotions are rare, wages barely move, and the cost of living rises faster than any paycheck. Workers are told to be grateful for jobs that drain them, while the promise of progress slips further away. Every year feels the same: endless hours, endless grind, endless exhaustion. The illusion of progress is dangled like a carrot, but the reality is stagnation. People aren't building futures, they're barely holding on. The dream of advancement has been replaced with the reality of survival. And the cruelest part? The system thrives on this exhaustion. It thrives on keeping workers too tired to fight back, too drained to question why their effort never translates into security. The illusion of progress is the perfect trap. It keeps people running, chasing, believing that one more year, one more promotion, one more sacrifice will finally pay off. But it never does. It's not progress, it's paralysis disguised as opportunity.
Now, teenagers are being urged to start planning ahead. New data shows those graduating high school this year will have to save for around 21 years to afford a deposit on a home in Brisbane.
21 fucking years to save for a house. And some people seriously don't think that there's a fucking cost of living crisis in Australia. Anyone who is Australian and living in Australia right now can tell you how fucked our cost of living is. And those of the younger generation, like, genuinely, we are fucked. I mean, I'm 20 right now. It's going to take me till I'm 41 years old to save for a fucking deposit on a house in Brisbane. It's quite simply that the cost of living is really fucked and our wages are really shit. So realistically, if you aren't figuring out another better way to make money other than working your job and getting a wage, you're cooked. It's literally that simple, you're cooked. So instead of getting a second job that you literally cannot be fucked doing, start looking at learning new skills. More money, less maintenance. Now, the two skills that I've been learning over the past 13 days to combat this fucked up cost of living are sales and marketing. Now, if you two are getting absolutely fucked over by this cooked cost of living and fucked up wages, and you're wanting to learn new skills but you just don't know how to get started, just comment the word skills and I'll see if I can point you in the right direction.
Australians are working too much. We're working too much overtime. We're on our work emails after hours. We're staying back late. Australians work 6 weeks of unpaid overtime each per year. It's quite bizarre that we won the 40-hour week 75 years ago, and instead of reducing the work week further as technology progressed, we're actually working more hours a day now than back in the 50s. In 1930, the great economist John Maynard Keynes said that we'd be working 15-hour weeks by now. 1.4 million Australians are now working 50-hour weeks. So it's about time we started fighting for a 4-day week. It may seem like a radical step, but so did the 8-hour day. And a 4-day week would transform our lives as significantly as the 8-hour day. More time for family, more time for friends, more time for doing the things that make life meaningful, more time for the beach, more time for community organisations and activities, more time to raise kids. It's clear from the small target approach of this government that if we're going to win a 4-day week, we're going to need to fight for it.
Authorised by E. Watson Brown, Australian Greens, Taringa.
I've reached a point in my life where I've realised that I cannot do this job anymore. It has been causing me too much stress and anxiety. It has ruined a few of my relationships at home, and I can tell that I am not me and I've lost myself because of it. I'm on my journey to find a new role. I've been applying to things, putting in effort into redoing my resume, my cover letters, to look for new jobs that really more realistic to work-life balance, or I guess being able to live a normal life. Anything that doesn't require maybe like 60-hour work weeks. So I'm gonna start a rant diary and journey to quitting my job. This is day one, and I hope it goes well.
The job market has become a machine that chews people up and spits them out. Resumes vanish into algorithms. Interviews lead nowhere. Contracts are short, insecure, and designed to keep workers desperate. Even skilled professionals are treated as disposable, replaced at the first sign of resistance or exhaustion. People are tired of being numbers in a system that doesn't care. Tired of being told to adapt while the market strips away stability. Tired of chasing opportunities that never materialize. The job market isn't offering careers anymore. It's offering survival, and survival isn't enough. Behind every rejection email is a person who put hours into applications. Behind every short-term contract is a worker who can't plan for the future. Behind every "we've decided to move forward with other candidates" is a reminder that workers are interchangeable, replaceable, expendable. The truth is brutal. The job market doesn't value people. It values desperation. It thrives on keeping workers insecure because insecure workers don't demand better. And that's why people are tired, not just of the grind, but of being treated as disposable in a system that was never built to protect them.
Is everyone in Australia like kind of sick at the moment? Like, it's not like super bedridden sick, but you are feeling like crap still. Like, this has been off and on for like 2 weeks. My body can't make up its mind if it's sick, if it's not sick. Like, I was having symptoms last week. I was coughing a bit, but then it kind of went away on the weekend. Weekend was good. And then Monday I felt good. And then Tuesday, Wednesday I felt like crap. I think I literally like fell asleep at work in the open plan. I was watching some video for work, and I was so boring and I don't remember any of it. So I'm gonna have to watch it again. But then yesterday I felt fine, and I went to the gym, had a good workout, and now today I feel like crap again, and I can't get warm. I've like had the heater on for the first time pumping. I'm tired, body is feeling like crap, and yeah, I just don't understand what is going on, and I just can't shake it, and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's weird because I feel like, I don't know, if I go to the gym and then I feel like crap the next day, but if I don't, so I might skip it today, see what I feel like tomorrow. But I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow night, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, is like, and then I know a bunch of people like at work as well are sick and stuff, so like, is everyone like feeling this at the moment, or am I just being very unlucky? And it's crap because I'm supposed to be working right now and I can't be bothered.
Well, they say if you choose a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But that's not quite the case for a growing number of young people. According to a new survey, 4 in 5 Aussies aged under 40 have experienced burnout from work. Overall, nearly a third of us have experienced burnout on the job this year alone. Among the worst contributors, heavy workload, poor work-life balance and businesses being short-staffed. It has come from Bupa's annual Pulse Check survey, which looks at our changing attitudes towards health and well-being. Among other key findings, we're saying bye to the booze. 45% of Aussies have reduced their alcohol consumption in the last year. And we're more focused on weight loss, with 2/3 of us unhappy with our current weight and 1 in 4 who want to lose weight saying they'd turn to drugs like Ozempic to help. In a sign of how much technology is changing our attitudes, 1 in 4 Aussies think specialists should use AI to diagnose health issues. Overall, a lot of us are making healthier choices, with meditation, journaling, yoga and trying new wellness trends topping the list when prioritising self-care. And it looks like it's paying off. Today's study, the first in 3 years, finding that Aussies say their quality of life and overall health and well-being has improved.
I know you're on the verge of rage quitting your job, but let me just stop you for a second. Just hear me out. So Me and 200 other people applied for this job. Now, I'm one of the lucky 5 people who got a call back. So I just had a phone screening, and I've just found out that this is a 5-stage interview process. So I've just passed the first round of the phone screening, which means I then get to have a interview. And if I pass this interview, then I get to do a case study. And if they like my ideas and all the work that I put into that case study, so the free work, I then get to meet the team in person. And then if the team like me, then I get to do some psychometric testing, which just takes a couple of hours to do online. And then if I pass that, they have to prefer me over their 2 internal candidates who are also going for this job, and then I might get an offer.
So I've just finished work. I work a regular 9 to 5, I work in a desk, I work in an office. And one thing I've noticed recently these past couple of weeks since daylight savings has finished is an unspoken depressing reality of working 9 to 5. When it's winter here in Sydney, it gets darker a lot quicker and the days are a lot shorter. And when you finish work, there's just something so depressing about the sun already being set when you finish work. Like, it's dark, the sun is literally set, you miss the sunset, you didn't even get to see the sun that day at all, barely. I don't know if it's because of our circadian rhythm or it's just simple human biology, but there's just something so depressing about it already being dark and the day's over. I don't mean it's in the day's over as in like you have to go to bed as soon as you get home. Obviously you can work in your hustle till midnight, go to the gym, do what you have to do. But like that literal day is over. Like there's no more sun, it's just nighttime where you have to wait till the next morning now.
Australia is dealing with the great burnout. Prime-aged workers report the greatest burnout, with 50% feeling exhausted at work. That's people between the ages of 25 and 55. Half of them are feeling not tired, not a little bit overworked, exhausted. 33% of people in that same age range are thinking of quitting their jobs because of burnout.
So here we are, a nation of workers who are exhausted, drained, and disillusioned. People are tired of working endless hours, tired of the 9 to 5 grind that demands everything and gives back almost nothing. Tired of a system that promises progress but delivers stagnation. Tired of a job market that treats human beings as disposable, interchangeable, expendable. This isn't just fatigue, it's collapse. It's the breaking point of a society that has built its identity on the myth of hard work, leading to success. Because the truth is clear, hard work no longer guarantees stability. It no longer guarantees dignity. It no longer guarantees survival. Every morning, commute feels heavier. Every office desk feels emptier. Every paycheck feels smaller. People wake up, drag themselves to jobs they don't believe in, and return home too exhausted to live the lives they're supposedly working for. The grind has become a cycle of survival, not progress. The system tells you to keep going, to hustle harder, to sacrifice more, to believe that one more year, one more promotion, one more sacrifice will finally pay off, but it never does. The ladder is broken. The illusion of progress is a trap, and the grind is nothing more than a treadmill. Endless motion, no destination. Work was supposed to mean dignity. It was supposed to mean stability. It was supposed to mean progress, but now it means exhaustion. It means insecurity. It means humiliation. The promise of work has collapsed. Wages stagnate while costs explode. Promotions are rare. Careers that once promised stability now feel like traps. Workers are told to be grateful, yet they're exhausted, underpaid, and disposable. The truth is brutal. The system doesn't value effort. It doesn't value loyalty. It doesn't value people. It values desperation. It thrives on keeping workers insecure because insecure workers don't demand better. The job market has become a machine that chews people up and spits them out. Resumes vanish into algorithms. Interviews lead nowhere. Contracts are short, insecure, and designed to keep workers desperate. Even skilled professionals are treated as disposable, replaced at the first sign of resistance or exhaustion. Behind every rejection email is a person who poured hours into applications. Behind every short-term contract is a worker who can't plan for the future. Behind every "we've decided to move forward with other candidates" is a reminder that workers are interchangeable, replaceable, expendable. The job market doesn't offer careers anymore, it offers survival. And survival isn't enough. Behind every tired worker is a story. A parent missing milestones because they're stuck at work. A student juggling multiple jobs just to afford rent. A professional burning out under endless deadlines. A pensioner forced back into the workforce because retirement isn't affordable. These aren't isolated struggles. They're everywhere, they're daily, they're the quiet crisis no one wants to name. And the human cost is devastating. Relationships strained, communities fractured, mental health collapsing, people living in cycles of exhaustion, unable to escape the grind. This isn't just economics, it's dignity, it's survival, it's humiliation, and yet the government pretends this is fine. They call it market forces. They say it's challenging. They frame it as global pressures. But it's not global when wages stagnate. It's not temporary when careers collapse. It's not resilience when people are living paycheck to paycheck. They'll say workers are resilient, that they're adaptable, that they're resourceful. But resilience isn't a policy. Adaptability isn't a solution. Resourcefulness isn't a safety net. These are survival mechanisms, and survival shouldn't be the baseline in a wealthy society. The truth is simple, the government knows. They know the wages are too low. They know the job market is broken. They know the system is crushing workers, but they're not fixing it. Because they're not feeling it, because they benefit from it, because they own the companies, they sit on the boards, they write the policies, they cash the checks. Societies sell themselves on the myth of progress, on the idea that hard work leads to success, on the promise that effort equals reward. But what does it mean when the people who live here don't believe it anymore? What does it mean when citizens feel trapped, exploited, and betrayed? What does it mean when the dream feels like a scam?